Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be learning graphics art in Python. This is possible using a Python exclusive module called the Turtle module. As you can see here, the Turtle module can be used to create some pretty cool graphics art. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Before we get right into the video, I'll put a link in the description to this website. This website is the documentation for the Turtle module and walks you through all the functions and features of it. One underrated skill you should have as a programmer is being able to read and understand documentation. Now let's look at how to use the Turtle module in Python. The beauty of the Turtle module is that you do not have to install anything. So if you type import turtle and you run this, you won't get any errors. Now what we'll have to do is create a turtle. A turtle is something that will draw on the screen. So I'm just going to make a variable. In this case, I'll call it t, and I'll set that equal to turtle dot turtle. Basically, every time we do something, we have to reference this turtle module, and the way we do that in Python is turtle dot and then whatever. In this case, we're calling a class called turtle, and now we can draw on the screen. So if I type t dot forward, and then in here we need a distance, so if I type 100, it'll move 100 pixels across the screen. So now when I run this, you can maybe see it go, but it flashed away quickly. Why did it go away so quickly? Well, because the computer did it so fast that you didn't even see it. So the way we fix this is type t.done. What this does is basically ends the program and tells Python not to close the window. Now if we run this, we will get an error. Oh, because this has to be turtle. So it's not t.turtle, it's turtle.done. We have to reference the turtle module instead of our drawing object instead. So now when we run this, we'll see that it goes across the screen 100 pixels. Another thing that we can do is turn the turtle left to right. The way we do this is by typing t dot left, and then in here we specify an angle. So if I type 90, it'll turn 90 degrees. Now when we run this, you'll see that it goes 90 degrees, and now the arrow is pointing in a different direction. And to really see that it turned, we can add another t dot forward 100, and if we run this again, we'll see that it turned and then went in a different direction. We can also do the same thing for right instead of left. If we run this, we'll see it turns the other way and goes forward. If we wanted to make a square, we could do something like this, where our turtle goes forward, then turns right, goes forward, turns right, goes forward, turns right, and then goes forward and turns right. When we run this, you can see it makes a perfect square. However, this code is a little bit long. So instead, what we could do is use a for loop to avoid repetition. So we can do for I in range 4, go forward, and then turn right. Now when we run this, you can see it does just that. It goes forward, turns right, repeats that 4 different times. So you can use for loops within your turtle code to avoid repetition. Another thing that we can do is change the speed at which the turtle draws. The way we do that is by typing t.speed and then giving it a speed. Now there are two different ways we can do it. The first is by using quotes and then typing in a string. In this case I'll do fastest, which will go at the fastest time. As you can see, that went really quickly. There's also fast, so you can type it in fast and it will go not as fast as fastest, but still pretty fast. There's normal, which is the default value, so it's the same as how we had before. And then there is slow, which is obviously slow. And then there's slowest, which is, as you may have guessed, the slowest. Now, you know that it's super slow. We can also change the speed by adding numeric values. So if I put this on 100, see, it's pretty fast. So you may be wondering, if Turtle is such a good graphics art module, how do I change the color? Well, let's change the color. All you do is type t.color and then put whatever color you want. In this case, I'll do red. And as you can see, it'll print red. Another thing that you can do is change the color of the cursor itself by adding a comma here and then another color, which put yellow. Now, when we run this, it'll have all red, but then the cursor itself will be yellow. Another thing that we can do is add fill, so we can fill the color of the square. The way we do this is by typing t.begin fill before we start, and then after we finish, t.end fill. Now, when we run this, you'll see it'll fill it the color, the second color. So if we wanted this on red, we wouldn't have to change anything. We would just remove it and it'll fill in red. At the beginning of the video, I showcased this design. Now you may be wondering, great, well, how do I make this? This looks pretty cool. Well, I'm going to show you how to make it. So what's nice is that we already went over some of the concepts. So the only thing that changes is the code that I've just highlighted. So what we'll do instead here is have a while loop instead of a for loop, while true, and we'll do t.forward 200, and then we'll turn left 170 degrees, and then if the absolute value of t.pose is less than 1, break. So the only thing that we did not go over is this t.pose. Basically, it'll print out, or if I print this, it'll show the exact coordinates of where the turtle is on the screen. Turtle has this coordinate system, so the middle is 0, 0. Basically, all this is saying is if it goes back to the start, just break out of the loop and end this. So now if we run this, you can see that I have it on fast mode and it creates exactly the design that we showed. And if you see printed out, if the absolute value is less than 1, basically it's in between 0 and 1 because you can't get negative of an absolute value. Basically, if it's 0, 0, which is the place that it started on, that means it's finished, so break. Well guys, that's everything you need to know about the Turtle module. I hope you found this video helpful. If you guys have any ideas for future videos, leave them down in the comment section. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!